Welcome, Benzinga Nation. You know we love to get executives from publicly traded companies to have conversations and ask them the tough questions. And today we've got a great interview with Jason Barnard, who is the CEO and president of Foremost Lithium. Ticker on the NASDAQ is FMST, and on the CSE, it's FAT. Jason, I'm so happy to talk to you once again.
Thanks for having me, Z. I'm happy to talk to you also.
Well, hey, before we dive into the nitty gritty and the updates from your company, just give me a brief overview of what is it that Foremost Lithium does and how long you've been with the company.
Foremost Lithium is a hard rock lithium extraction exploration company. We're situated in Snow Lake, Manitoba, right up at the tip of the NAFTA Superhighway in the center in Canada. And this is a mining-rich, mining-friendly area that's been mining for 100 years. We mine and extract lithium oxide ore for delivery, and we are very involved in the supply chain in the electric vehicle revolution.
Now, one of the updates that I wanted to get into was talk about, have you commenced the drilling on your Zoro lithium property? Because we talked about that was going to be a game plan that you were looking to accomplish. Have you accomplished it, and how is it going?
Yes, we have accomplished it. We've started drilling at Zoro, and Zoro, well, it's quite a milestone. We haven't been back in where our reserves are for a while, and now we're going to go off and drill more reserves at our flagship property, Zoro in Snow Lake, Manitoba, and we're up and running. You can check the news releases, and they'll let you know some more information about that. But yes, we are drilling, and we're pretty excited.
And, speaking of reading the news, as I also heard about you having a Manitoba Mineral Development Fund and your deal with them. How did you get to receive this grant? And more importantly, what is the funding going to be used for?
Well, the funding is used for drilling. That's a stipulation. The Manitoba government is a big believer and backer in mining, but definitely in Snow Lake and in Foremost Lithium. So you receive this grant. We've received $300,000 in total, and that is to go and explore, go and extract. And it's necessary for you to show that you're doing so, but it's nice to have the government backing you.
I totally understand the benefits of the government helping out, whether it's in funds, grants, because it really can help you drive your success in the future. So then let's go to look in the future itself. When do you think we'll see demand for lithium peak? And when do you think Foremost will take advantage of this, and how will they take advantage of it?
There's no peak in demand for lithium, which obviously is used to produce electric vehicle batteries. It's an important part of the process. There is not going to be any less demand. There's been a little slowdown in the projected growth, but the super cycle for electric vehicles is well in place. So I don't see a peak. I don't see a peak in the super cycle, but what I do see is a bounce back in the current cycle. So what happens here is the more demand for lithium we have in North America, we're lucky. We're in North America. There's a lot of growth that needs to happen in the electric vehicle manufacturing space and in the electric vehicle space. So we're allowed to dovetail that growth as we supply an important part of the supply chain while it onshores itself into North America. Because of geopolitical reasons, we don't want to have China with all the control. So nothing but demand here. There is dips and valleys, and I see the recent dip turning around end of 2024, 2025, and demand increasing again.
Yeah, you always want to be on the right side of the V. Last question for me. A lot of companies, what I care for when I'm looking at them is what is the competitive advantage that they have? So simple question to you. What is the competitive advantage when it comes to Foremost Lithium?
Our competitive advantage has a lot to do with the fact that we have already found discoveries there in Snow Lake, Manitoba. A lot of companies are just looking for that first discovery. So they're spending money drilling for hard rock lithium. And we're lucky. We have a reserve, and we're going back in there to increase reserves. So that's one way of growing shareholder value and growing our company. We're lucky. Our advantage has to do with we have three ways to grow. The second is direct shipping ore. So we're not just drilling off an asset in the ground. So we're going to directly ship lithium to one of the only two hard rock lithium concentrate mines in all of North America. They're both in Canada, one in Manitoba, one in Quebec. So what we can do is we can extract this lithium and ship it and receive a revenue stream. So having a revenue stream is very lucky for an exploration and mining company, and we have one upcoming for Foremost. So overall, we have many growth strategies, and a lot of companies are just looking for one.
You know, if there's anything I learned from Shark Tank is that you want to invest in the people and not just a product. And I can just tell how passionate you are about the things that y'all are doing. But Jason, it's always a great conversation. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you, Z.
Absolutely. And that is Jason Barnard, who is the CEO and president of Foremost Lithium. Ticker on the NASDAQ is FMST, and on the CSE is FAT. And for all things finance, visit benzinga.com.